Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 about the ported charger. So we're gonna get things going, get right into it, and then we're gonna take it out for a test drive. So let's get started. Want you guys, I'm back. It's the next day. I did get the charger all together, and I put this I'm just waiting for the sealant to dry. I use this high temp anaerobic flange sealant, and this is the proper stuff to use for a supercharger. People do use the high temp silicone. I've seen that work, but I just want to use the stuff that that's supposed to be used on this. So I bought some of this online, and while I had it apart, I put some of this bearing grease in it. This is the grease that I was talking about. It comes from a company. This is the actual OEM Eaton stuff. And it comes from a company out here in California, and they're called Skoal. And they're, you can reach them on SuperChargers online, so Skoal. But it's superchargersonline.com. But I talked to them, and they were telling me that I think the older superchargers like this use this blue one. There's only two, and the new superchargers use one that's like a yellow. It's kind of like a yellow vanilla color. So, but anyway, the other thing I want to tell you guys is when I took this apart, when I got it back from Joker's, was the grease that came out was like a clear grease. So it was like he just used some regular bearing grease, some regular clear bearing grease. But the funny thing was, some of the old blue grease came out with, so it looked like he didn't even change the damn bearings on this thing. So I took this by another place to get the bearings checked, and they said the bearings were real good on here. Matter of fact, when he was putting everything together, he actually called me on the phone because I had to ask him about something. So he called me when he was putting the charger together to ship it out. I'm literally on the phone with him, hearing him put it together. He's telling me everything that he's doing, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's telling me to, that he, and matter of fact, he did tell me that the bearings were in real good condition, that they didn't really need to be changed. But he told me that he changed them. So, like I said, when I took them out, I think I got pictures. If I got pictures, I'll put it up. But when I took them out, there was some clear grease on the back of it. Then there was traces of some of the blue grease on it. So it looks like, because when I sent this to him, I had took it apart myself. And of course I had to clean some of the old blue grease off of it so it wouldn't get everywhere, because I was going over the charger and everything to see what I was going to do if I was able to port it, but I ended up having to go back out of town for work. But anyway, it looks like he didn't even do that. So, but it's all good. The bearings are real good if he did, or if he didn't. Don't look like he did, but the bearings, they said they're in like excellent condition. So, but as far as this stuff, you have to I took the snout off, cleaned all the oil out, because I didn't want anything to touch the oil. Because when I got it back from him, when I took it apart, there was like, it looks like he might have used this, because it was kind of pink, but it was still like wet. So it was like he did just a rush job on it, trying to get it back out, or whatever, because he had to work on his so-called other 26 demon chargers or whatever. So, but whatever. But these, you take the snout off. So there's this plate with the snout. You got to clean that out, put a bead of this around, and then you take this plate out too. This comes out with the rotor pack itself. So there's another plate. So you got to put another bead of grease around, another bead of sealant around there. Then you put everything together and then bolt it up. Then you just let it dry. And this stuff is because the way this is made, it's real close. It's like nearly metal to metal contact. And that's what this is made for, because there'll be no air. So this stuff is made because it will still cure and dry without air. And I looked up the dry time, it said about an hour. But then when I read the ASTM, it was saying stuff about cure times and all that. So I used a lot of it. So I'm just trying to let it fully cure before I put any of the supercharger oil in. But anyway, this is the grease, and you know, go to Superchargers online. It's a blue one. And he said this is like way more than enough of which, so you should have some left over. And you can see I put some more of the heat shielding on the back. I didn't put it under here because, like I said, I put heat shielding on the back of the mat there, so I don't want too much heat up in there. You know, and then I wanted this to because when this starts compressing the air, it's going to heat up itself. So the blades are going to heat up too. So I wanted that to be able to, with the incoming air, be able to get some of that heat out of there. So I just left that. And plus, you know, like I said, I got that done already. So, and then you can see up under here with the cores installed, how much I put that back. So it would have been a wall like right here coming straight down, where as the boost is coming in, boosted air is coming in, it's just kind of sitting there making that real hot. And then on top of that is sitting, you can see these right here. So the things would have been sitting like right here with all the rest of the hot air. They do have these covers, these little sound deadeners that go behind them. So probably what I'm gonna do is put some of that heat wrap map on the back of these, so it'll kind of just sit right there behind the intercoolers to you know, to additionally help it get some of that heat off of the back of it. I was gonna put some right here, but I would have to figure out how to make it stick to that, because I want the heat shield facing that way, so it's you know, and then I still have to have the adhesive, but so it's reflecting the heat back. So what I'll probably do is this will probably be enough, but I'll probably get some more stuff like this. I'll find something that I could just put the heat shield mat on and just stick it in there like that on both sides. But I did this because this is where the incoming air is, and you can see it's sitting right over this, so you got hot air, you know, heat radiating up from that. And then you can see my downpipe right there. It is wrapped, but there's still gonna be a lot of heat coming up from there. So hopefully all this helps, man, and you know, make everything run a lot more efficient. So I'm just gonna let this dry some more. I'll probably go ahead and put the Ultracharger and everything on so it's ready. I'll just put the oil in, then we'll come back and start it up. Right, you guys, got everything installed. Went in pretty straightforward, pretty easy. The hardest thing I would say was the getting the belt back on. So that was about the hardest. But as far as putting the supercharger back on, just went straight down. You know, just make sure the wires and stuff were out the way, everything plugged right back in. Another thing that gave me an issue was the cable for the Ultracharger. The one they sent me, I guess it was one of their older gen ones, and it has this little pink locking tab type thing in it. So I had to unlock that and pull that out, and then it plugged all the way in to the car harness. But then on this side, there was you can see that little orange locking tab. So I was kept trying to push it in, and it would only go in like it left that much space. And I contacted APR. Surprisingly, they were getting right back to me on everything. So, you know, I give them a shout for that. I know some people say, but that it was a technical problem, the technical department, not customer service. But you know, kudos for them for that. They were just getting right back to me. Every little question I had, they were getting back to me. But what I ended up doing was I took a little dielectric grease and put it on the little plastic part of the of the throttle body side connector. on the outside of it, pushed it in, then I had to, you know, squeeze it real tight. It finally seated all the way. Then a locking tab just locked right away. And the other thing is, this was pretty tight, because I have, you can see my custom setup right here. I'm probably going to change all this later, but running this for now. Put a new filter in, but this is pretty tight. I think this might actually be touching this, so I might have to look in here, and yeah, I could feel that right there. So I'm probably gonna have to go in here and like maybe cut this back or something, so it'll you know, so it'll fit better. I don't want it to break or anything, but eventually I'm gonna go with probably one of the aftermarket setups, something that has like a thing to separate it from the engine heat. But I still need to bleed it though. Need to bleed the coolers, but I wanted to start it up. Issue I'm having now is my my 034 portal won't connect to the car for some reason. Yeah, keep saying it's not identified or whatever. So, and this is my first time using it, y'all, because I've never even ran the E40 file. Yeah, I was planning on doing all that this week before the show, but I'm gonna have to send them an email and my VIN number and everything, and then go in there, because it let me get in and everything. I'm registered and all, but for some reason it's not recognizing the car or something. So I'm gonna have to and hopefully they'll get back to me tomorrow. It's late right now, so they're probably closing, so hopefully they'll get back to me tomorrow, and then we'll come back and try to get it started. Matter of fact, let's just see if it starts. Well, it started up. The coolant pump is working. I forgot I had the I forgot I had the things in bleed mode. So, but man, that thing shot out. So I'm gonna have to clean all this up. But anyway, gonna have to wait to hear back from them on everything, and then I'll go from there. Hopefully they'll get back to me quickly. But I'm gonna try this a few more times, and if it starts, I'll come back and get everything started. But I'll probably go ahead and try to do the bleed if it'll run enough. So I got it working, but it was, at first it was saying that the Ultracharger is no longer supported, but then it had the Ina, their Super Duper, and I think it was another one in there. So I was like, man, I was like, because, you know, I repinned it and everything, so I don't know if this one just says it's deprecated. That means the software is still there, they're just not supporting it anymore. So I don't know if this is for just their they had me rewired to their Super Duper, or their original program was just for the Ultracharger just as it is. So I guess I'm gonna find out. But if not, I think I might change. I'll go back in and change their Super Duper. But it did upload and everything, so I guess we'll see. Told me to turn it off. Turn the ignition on and press OK. Okay. It's probably gonna take a few seconds or minutes, I don't know. So I'm gonna come right back when this gets started. All right, so it uploaded, but when I started, so the software sent me, well, I got email from 034. They're saying that this is no longer supported for the Ultracharger, like I said. So it said to use the Super Duper file now. So I'm gonna have to flash it again to the super duper. So I'm about to do that. Right, you guys, I'm back. Had to run errands, eat. So you can see it's late now, it's dark. But I'm uploading the flashing the super duper file now. But I was going through this. I didn't know they had files for water meth also, for water meth injection. I didn't know that. So, and this one is for the, it revs up to 76. I can't remember if the other Stage 2 Plus without the bigger throttle body might have been 72. I could be wrong. I could have sworn the rev limit for that one was 72, but this one says 76, so that's good. But gonna let this do its thing, and then I'll come back. Hopefully it starts up and runs fine. Then I'll just have to finish the bleed tomorrow morning. Right, it just finished uploading. So, hoping to God this starts and run right. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We good. Yeah. Let's hear it. Cooking with gas, y'all. See, I'm letting the battery charge, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn everything off. Let the battery charge overnight, and then I'll be back to I'll be back again. I'm gonna bleed, of course, you know, finish the bleed in the morning and do all that. The only other thing I was having an issue before was I was getting a code for my water pump, and I'm running the CWA 150, and I checked it and it runs. I don't know why. So I don't know if there's always been a code for it, because it's a different pump, and it might be operating at different voltage than stock. So that why, so, you know, it might just be a soft code, because, you know, this one is putting out a lot more pressure than the stock pump. Because I know if you pull the PWM, it's going to throw a soft code. But right now I have the PWM wired. I just put a wire thing on there where I could pull it apart. So like if I want to run it 100%, I could do that. And then I'll just wire it back up when I want to. But as you saw when I started the car earlier, coolant just shot out, man. It was a lot. So the pump is running fine. I'm guessing that you know, it's just throwing a code because it's seen more voltage or whatever, or resistance, whatever's built into this particular pump than stock. So that might be the case. So I don't know, but I'm gonna test everything again after I get everything going. So, but I'm happy I got this going. I wanted to do this tonight just in case it didn't work, so I could email them tonight, because sometimes they take a long time to get back to you. So, all right, you guys, we back. See, I got E39, not quite E40. I went and put some, I used a little calculator earlier, an ethanol content calculator, and you just give them the size of your fuel tank and how many gallons that you got left to put in, or if you're on E. So what I did was, I had been driving the car around. I actually drove it on the 91 octane, y'all, right after I uploaded that other file. And I drove around on it just a little bit on the freeway, got off, went to my spot, got on it hard, and it drove fine all the way until I was coming back home. I got on it hard, and then it started misfiring. on cylinder 2 and 5. So I'm like, oh man. So, you know, I was close by my house, so I just went ahead and drove home. And that's when I scanned it, says cylinder 2 and 5. And I was like, that's weird. The two middle cylinders of the left and right bank. So I thought maybe it's a coil pack. So I took one of them off and I switched it, put the car back on, you know, turned the car back on, cleared all the codes, and it never came back. So I went out again, got on it even harder this time just to make sure, and it never came back. So I'm thinking what happened was, one, I didn't do throttle body adaptation, and then two, a lot of times when you do a flash, there's sometimes you need to drive it around for like about 15 minutes so it can adapt. And it wasn't like, it was, I did it pretty fast. I think it was like 5 or 10 minutes or so. But I think 034 doesn't really say that, but I know a few other tuners say, hey, whenever you switch the files or whatever, or you put a new file in, drive around like 15 minutes first so everything can adapt before you get on it. So I think that was the case. So, but anyway, it's actually been a couple days. Haven't really been driving it a lot, but no misfires, no codes or nothing. Went out earlier and to put some E40, and I was already low. And matter of fact, it was down to like 10 miles till empty. So I said, okay, I'll go do E40 in the morning. So I get up and drive around. There's a lot of traffic. So, man, I kid you not, when I pulled up to the E85 tank, it said 0 miles till empty. I was like, man, because I was like, I didn't think it was gonna eat that much gas. I wasn't even getting on it hard. But it says 0 miles to empty. But anyway, this is a 19.8 gallon tank. So the calculator I used said put 7.92 gallons of E85 and the rest 91 octanes. I'm in Cali, so it was like 11 point something. So what I did was I put 8 gallons of E85 because I figured there's still, you know, even though it says 0, there's still a little bit of 91 in a tank. So then I put, you know, what was it, 11.2, almost 11.3 gallons of 91 to fill it up. So I get out, start driving, turn the calculator on. It started at E10, then started going up. It went all the way up to E60. Then it even started going up a little bit. Then as I'm driving, it started coming back down real slow, all the way down to like E40. It was going like E40, E41, E42. It would hover around there, and then sometime like now it would get to like E39, and sometimes you'll even get a little bit lower. So you guys that have been running E40, you probably know that it's, you know, it fluctuates a little bit. But anyway, like I said, I drove it on the 91, and I was like, man, it really does feel like what most people say with the ported charger. It feels like it adds about 35 horses, about 35 horses. And what I felt, it was like in the mid-range and up. You can feel a little bit on the bottom end, but I felt it more in the mid-range and up, where the extra flow of the charger is going to account more, especially with the bigger throttle body and everything. But so yeah, we're on E40 now, and this is actually the first time I drove it earlier, but not hard. I went to the gas station, ran a few errands, and came home, and that's it. And this is actually Friday now, so the day before Big SoCal Euro. So I just want to get out here and do a run, you know, before the show tomorrow. So let's go. Man, Dude, that E40 file is crazy. That is crazy, dude. And that wasn't even like a launch or anything. And one thing I noticed is that even on the 91 octane file, I would look down and be surprised how fast I was going in that short amount of time. But you know, these cars are smooth, it doesn't feel like it anyway. But I know usually before I would look down doing the same thing and it wasn't going that fast. So, you know, that's one thing I can say right there. But I got to start playing with the launch, because I don't really launch this car at all, except for, you know, when you guys first saw me do the tune on this car, didn't know what I was doing or anything. So I got to start playing with the launch on this car soon. So I'm going to be doing that coming up next. But I just want to get out here, do a quick little pull, and see what it feels like. It feels good, man. Would have been nicer though if I actually did E40 on the stock charger so I could really see the difference. Because that charger, I might port that charger too. I actually want to get the suited up to the 9's throttle body kit. I actually only need the plate, but my theory is that with his plate, I think his is already, if I'm correct, I could be wrong, I think his is already opened up to a 80 mil. So his will make a good template to open up the port up to 80 mil. So I might look into doing that. But I don't know if his actually tapers down to the stock size and it just makes it so you can bolt it up. But I think I want to run his because his goes in the stock position. So I think I want to run that. Unless 034 Motorsport comes out with the super duper kit for this car. So if they do come up with that, their throttle body is 84 millimeter. So if they do, I'll probably get that one, you know, depending on how the little tube fits and everything. So, and how much it costs, of course. But I went with APR because they were the only one who made the elbow specifically for the A6. So that's why I went with that one. So wow, that is crazy, dude. Man. The thing is, it does it smooth too, man. Only thing, you guys, I had bought some yellow stuff pads that I wanted to try on here, but I just had too much going on and I just didn't get to put them on. And I actually do have a big brake kit that I'm gonna be putting on here later, front and rear. But for now, I wanted to just try the yellow stuff pads, but I didn't even get to put them on. I might put them on a little bit later and then go from there, because I still didn't do the lines. I still haven't bled the brakes on this car since I've had it. So that's one thing I need to do. I actually might go ahead and do that soon, because I need to change the lines and stuff out. But I wanted to get tires and everything, but I had to concentrate on getting all the work done. So didn't get to really do all the stuff I wanted to do before the show, because like I said, I possibly wanted to do a drag race, get in the drag race event. So I didn't pre-register, but I know last year, I think you could register to drag race the day of. So I'm gonna see if they'll let me. But if not, like I said, I'm gonna be setting up some more of the races on the channel like before, now that I'm on the E40 file with the, what you call it. But, you know, I probably won't run E40 all the time, you know, but now I know what to do to, you know, if I want to run it again, depending on what I'm racing against and all, so I'll know what to do. Man, that really pushed me back in my seat. Yeah, I really want to get some good tires for this thing. Yeah, right now I just got some off brands. Yeah, so even, like I said, even if I don't get to drag race at Big SoCal Euro, what I'll do is, like I said, I'm going to be setting up some races like I was before on the channel. Well, acceleration test, y'all. And then I'll probably still be going to Irwindale for their, I think it was Thursday nights. There's Tuesday nights or Thursday nights. Actually, I don't know if that season is over or whatever right now, but you'll be seeing me doing some more stuff on the channel. But anyway, y'all, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys got something out of what, you know, out of the last two videos, and it didn't go as you know, I wasn't able to do it as detailed as I wanted to before, because like I said, the whole time I was doing all this stuff, a lot of stuff didn't go how I wanted it to, so I just kind of had to throw things together. But for the most part, just hope you got the information out about what happened with me and jokers. And I would say, just if you guys are thinking about using them, just go another way. I know a lot of people say that they've had a good experience with them, but I'm starting to hear more and more about people that had bad experiences with them too. And like I said, what you're getting for your money, I mean, I wouldn't do it. Go to somebody that does it by hand. Because this guy, he just dropped the ball all kind of ways. He's telling me that, oh, maybe it just moved in the jig. But I'm like, okay, if you called me, that means you got the charger in your hand. So what kind of quality check are you doing? Because this stuff was like obvious to see, especially the throttle body port. It was real obvious to see. So I don't get it. So don't use him. I would say go to find somebody that does it by hand and go to one of them, because you're gonna pay less and get more for your money. So all right, you guys, that's gonna be it. I will see you guys in the next video. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.